Hey guys, Yips here, coming to the video, and this one is going to be about Malefic Grasp versus Writhe and Agony on movement encounters. Now, a lot of Warlocks are under the misconception that Writhe and Agony is actually better on fights with lots of movement, and that's just not the case, not in this expansion. And, it makes sense why some Warlocks might think that, Agony dealing 50% more damage roughly, just passively, right, on one of your dots that is a movement-free ability, compared to, Malefic Grasp where you have to be standing still and channeling a drain. It makes sense why people might think that having a dot that just hits harder would be better on fights with high movement, say like Argus on Mythic, but that's just not the case. Malefic Grasp is still stronger, and I'm going to talk to you guys about why it is stronger today. So obviously, the playstyle of Writhe and Agony, you get your dots out, and you make sure that you keep your contagion buff up and you drain in between the casts. Now, it's very important on single target, Drain Soul actually makes up a significant portion of your DPS when playing Writhe and Agony. It's not like Drain Soul is doing no damage. In fact, it should be doing more damage than your Corruption and your Siphon Life on single target. The same thing, of course, does comply as well with Malefic Grasp, but for some reason, a lot of Warlocks think that when you're playing Writhe and Agony, for some reason, your Drain Soul isn't doing as much. Your Drain Soul is still a huge portion of your DPS on single target, and when movement comes into factor, of course, your Drain Soul damage goes down as well. Obviously, this is, of course, the same with Malefic Grasp, but the difference is you're still going to be draining the same amount, okay, on single target with both specs on a movement fight. So say you're getting 20% drain up time with Writhe and Agony, most likely you'll get 20% drain up time with Malefic Grasp. But the key difference is, instead of playing like Writhe and Agony when you have MG talented where you're casting your dots and keeping up your contagion debuff, how you'll play instead is you'll plan your drain cycles around the movement. So instead of dumping your UAs on a consistent basis, what you'll be doing is you'll throw your dots up, you'll be moving, you'll be life tapping. When mechanics are done, you stop, you cast Unstable Afflictions a few times, and then you drain soul. And you let these drain souls tick, you let this drain soul, do as much as you can on your Unstable Afflictions. Mechanics are happening again, okay, now you're going to start moving. And you're not losing Malefic Grasp value because you're still gaining that 25% increased damage on your Unstable Affliction. And that 25% increased damage on your Unstable Affliction, as well as on all of your other dots, when you're channeling that Drain Soul cast, is going to be a higher DPS increase for you than Writhe and Agony is on a fight with a lot of movement on single target. Now, let's talk about where Writhe and Agony actually shines in a single target encounter. Where Writhe shines is fights where you do not have time to drain soul. So, best example of that is Portal Keeper, okay? On Portal Keeper, your damage goes up and down and up and down, and the up and down fluxes are on where the imps spawn. So, the imps spawn, you're draining a bunch of shards, and then you cast a bunch of Unstable Afflictions into the boss. There's no time for draining the boss in that encounter because you're constantly draining the adds. Another example is Rockmora in Nell's Lair. If you haven't checked my Mythic Plus guide for it, I have a Mythic Plus guide on Rockmora in Nell's Lair. You'll be, you maintain your dots on the boss, and you'll be channeling a bunch of UAs into him, but whenever an ad spawns, you're going to be Unstable Afflictioning him, draining it really quickly, and then switching back to the boss. And I do count these as single target boss fights because the ads are really just cannon fodder. They die pretty well instantly, and your really focus is to kill the main boss. But on boss fights where there's a bunch of little ads available and you have a lot of shards that are excess, Writhe and Agony is going to be better because you're not going to be able to drain soul your Unstable Afflictions because you're going to be constantly wanting to generate shards and pressing other things instead. So hopefully that made you guys kind of understand why Malefic Grasp is better than Writhe and Agony on a movement scenario if you are playing properly. However, that does not mean Writhe is bad. Writhe is still an excellent target if you're not comfortable with MG playstyle. Anyways, I hope this has helped you guys learn what kind of the talents do. Now, just quickly to end the video, with regards to coaching, I'm going to start coaching as of now. I've finished up everything that I've had to do. So what you guys are going to do, if you want to be coached by me, what I'm going to do is there's going to be a 30-minute session and an hour-long session. You can obviously choose which one you want. The 30-minute session is going to be 15 an hour, or 30 minutes, and the hour-long session will be $25. And the way that I'm going to do it is you're going to hop into my Discord. So I'm going to leave a Discord link below. You can just add me or message me on Discord and talk to me, about kind of what times work for you, and we can get that sorted out. Just some recommendations before you come and ask for coaching. Make sure you have a good idea about what you want to work on. Make sure you have a good idea of what you're not sure on Warlock, because that will just help me be able to guide you better. I'm also going to be open to doing log reviews privately for you guys if you want to do that as well. That will be obviously cheaper than coaching because I can kind of do that on my own time. So let me know what you guys think about that as well. Anyways, I'll include a link to the Discord in the description below. You guys can message me there. If you don't have Discord, let me know in the YouTube video and we can sort something out down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later.